In our last video, we were talking about mistakes that we as doctors do while attending our patients. We're going to spin it around on this one. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Duncan, Dr. D. And today we're going to talk about mistakes that we as patients do while visiting our doctors. Well, let's jump right into it with mistake number 1. Withholding information. When visiting our doctors, it could be either because we're not prepared or just not wanting to hear any bad news, but we withdraw information. I love when my patients come with a list of questions of their medications or of some symptom or problem that they had, and they just write everything down. And it's good. The more information we as doctors have, the more we can help our patients. But sometimes, many times, we just withhold information. We don't write it down, or we just omit it. We just don't mention it. Let's say I have a pain that I've been just ignoring for months. It could be even weeks. But then when I come to my doctor, I either forget to mention it or minimize the pain. Yeah, I have a couple of days. I don't remember much. It's just this pain and I just don't know what it is. Instead of saying it's a pain, which I've been feeling for a month now. It started just little in this area and it's been growing. It's been extending. It's whatnot. Or have this cough that at first it was just a dry cough and now it's productive. I just come for just have a cough. Can you give me something for this cough? It's very important to lay it all out. The more we know, the more we can help. And if you withhold information, maybe that piece of information that you thought it wasn't important was the key to solving whatever the issue is. Never ignoring a problem was the solution. So we have to just be honest, be intentional when coming to the doctor. We have to be prepared. If we have a symptom, if we have something that's been bothering us before, could be the day before, the earlier the better. Write down the symptoms, write down your thoughts, what you think. And if you have a good doctor, he would definitely want to know what you think. Because many of my personal achievements as a doctor is all because of information that my patients is willing to share. Is with every piece of information, I can go just forming this puzzle and have more opportunities of solving whatever it is. And the earlier we can solve an issue, the better for all of us. So please, write down everything. Don't withhold nothing. Mistake number 2. Not asking questions. This some doctors find offensive for some reason when the patient come prepared and start asking questions about the symptoms that they have, the treatment that you suggest as a doctor, just your thoughts as a doctor. The more questions you have, the more knowledge you gain on what's going on with you. Because for the doctor, you are a patient, the patient that he is seeing at that moment. And if he's a great doctor, a good doctor, you are going to be the most important thing on that particular time for him. And after you leave, another patient is going to come. And at that moment, that patient is going to become the most important thing for him at that moment. And so on and so forth. But for you, from your perspective, that encounter is going to be the only encounter pertaining of that particular situation. Meaning that the time that you spend with the doctor is going to be the most beneficial for you on this matter. So you better take advantage of all the opportunity and ask all the questions that you may have. And for that, again, you have to do your homework and come prepared. You have to know exactly what's going on. I really don't recommend Googling your symptoms, but if you know your body, there are certain things that you can investigate. The problem with Googling, if you Google, if you're coughing and you're a Google coughing patient, then they're going to show you lung cancer or tuberculosis, some dreadful thing like that, instead of showing flu or a common cold. So you have to be able to read into the information, and I just recommend writing everything down, even your questions and your doubts, and even treatments. Because there are patients that they would rather the doctor just say, you have this, take this, no questions asked. I'll take it, and I trust my doctor that he knows what he's doing, and I'll be better. But there are other patients that, doctor, what are you prescribing me? Does it has side effects? For how long? Do I have to expect something when taking it? How many days for I to see results? Questions. So you can know what to expect and see if the treatment is working and not stay with the doubts, if that make any type of sense. So please write down all your questions, because when you're in front of the doctor, by some magical reason, half of them disappear and the other half them don't make sense. So if you're really interested on your well-being, just be prepared to ask the questions that you really want to know. Again, you know your body more than I or any other doctor could ever know. So trust in what you're feeling and ask questions. If you have any doubt, if you think that the doctor is not right on something, just ask. Like, doctor, sorry, what I'm feeling is this, what you're saying is this. How does this relate? Give us a chance to explain ourselves. And yes, there are some doctors that will just get offended by you questioning them. That is the sign, and that is great, because you know that you don't have to, if you can avoid going back to that doctor, then just do so, because you want to find a partner on this health journey, someone that is willing to work with you. It's a journey. It's a trial. It's seeing your knowledge about your body. That's your expertise, and our knowledge about how it works. And then we get together and try to get to a beneficial conclusion, something that would take care of your needs and make you feel comfortable. And of course, validated as a person. Because there are going to be times when the doctor would say, sorry, let me explain how it works. This is this. That's why you are wrong. That's why I think this is the best course of action. And he is the expert. And then you can decide, yes, no, second opinion. If you don't think, it's about finding the way to make you feel better, to get you healthy. That's our objective. Mistake number 3, follow the guidelines, follow the instructions. Please If a doctor says, this is the treatment, this is what we have to do to get you better, and you agree with him, you discuss the treatment, and you guys came to an agreement, please follow the instructions. If the doctor said, this is the medication that you're going to take once a day, twice a day, for X amount of days, it's not, this is the medication you're going to take 2 times, and if you feel better, you can suspend it. Unless he says that, follow the guidelines. Please, if you guys came to an agreement and the doctor said, this is the diet that I recommend, this is the amount of hours you should be sleeping, glasses of water you should be taking. If you find a doctor that take his time or her time to explain the situation, what's going on, and to map a course of action, follow it. Follow it, please. There are few things so frustrating than spending time with a patient, explaining the situation. Any other questions? No. Have you understood? Great. How you agree? Great. Perfect. And then a couple weeks later, patient is worse or the same. But what happened? Oh, I didn't take the medication or forgot the medication. I started taking it. I felt better. And then I suspended. Oh, I thought I just forgot. Please. Please. It's important. We do it for you. It's for you to be better. And if you have any quarrel, any issues with the treatment, at that moment, doctor, help me understand, why do you think this is the best course of actions? I don't think this is good for me. This medication, I've taken it in the past and it doesn't suit me. It doesn't fare well with me. Give us a chance to explain and see what we can do. Don't stay with information like, okay, doctor, see you, and then just don't do it and expect to get better. If the doctor doesn't convince you or the treatment you don't think is what is best for you, then by all means, find a second opinion, but do something. Don't do nothing and expect to get better. Very important and very frustrating when that happens. Follow the guidelines once both of you agree on them. Mistake number 4. Pay attention. Has to do a lot with mistake number 3. Because if you don't pay attention, then you won't follow the guidelines, follow the treatment. Because a lot of things can be lost in translation. If you're not paying attention, then like what the doctor says, I think he said to do this, but okay, here's a prescription. I'll just go and fill it up, and maybe the pharmacist know what the doctor was talking about. Pay attention. Pay attention. There are things that the doctor says at the moment that are important, that is beyond the medication, because the medication is part of the treatment, but the other things are very important. The things that you have to do. If you have a back pain and the doctor says, exchange heat, cold and hot pads, certain amount of time, a couple times a day. He gave you the instructions. What did he says? Use cold or hot certain days. You either do it incorrectly or just don't do it. Or he said, I have to take this medication with foods or without food. What was it? Like, is this pill at night or during the day? Just when I feel pain, or every 8 hours, 12 hours? There are certain things that the pharmacist can help you with when he transcribes the instructions, but they are things that you have to pay attention and follow. It's a process. So please pay attention when we speak. It will be really appreciated, and it's for your benefit. And the last mistake that we're going to talk about today is mistake number 5, believing that you are not responsible for your own health. When going to the doctor, you always think that the doctor is the one in charge of my health, or the nurse that's going to apply the injection or the treatment is the one responsible for my health. When in reality, the number one person in charge of your health is yourself. The doctor is going to give you guidelines. The doctor is going to give you instructions, but you are the one that has to do the work. You are the one that has to take the pill. You are the one that has to do the exercise. You are the one that has to eat healthy. You are the one that has to go to sleep at a decent hour. The health, the responsibility of your health is all about you. And it doesn't start when you go to the doctor. It starts as soon as you figure out that you are the one in charge. Meaning that at any time you see this video, it's game on. At any time you realize it's my life, I have to take charge of it. Doctors, specialists, physiotherapists, nutritionists, physical trainers, all of us are here to guide you on this journey. We are a part on this ship of which you are the captain. You are the one responsible of what's going on with you. That's why you decide to go to the doctor. Not because the notification on your phone or your email says that your appointment is due for your yearly checkup, or not because the pain is unbearable. It's because you know that you have to go and get yourself checked. You go to the doctor when you start feeling that issue, when you start perceiving that problem. And if you're healthy, you go to the doctor because you want to stay healthy. You want to gain that knowledge. What else can I do to improve on my health? You want a full life. You want to be happy. You want to be as healthy as possible to enjoy your life. That's why you go to the doctor, not because you're in pain. Yes, there are times when you are going to be healthy and all of a sudden you have a toothache, an ear pain, throat issue, a cold, flu, whatever. And then you go because you're sick. But you are the one in charge of staying healthy. So my dream has always been to transform the way people perceive doctors and health. And it's not reactive. I go to the doctor because I'm reacting to my illness. The doctor is someone that will cure me when I'm sick. We are here to keep you from getting sick, if possible, to keep you as healthy for as long as possible. That's our main objective. Keep our patients healthy. Keep our patients happy. And healthy is not just physical, it's mental as well. That's why you are the one that calls the shot. And we are here to guide you. I hope this was helpful. If there's any topic that you would like to discuss, please send me your feedback. Please share, subscribe if you have not, hit the bell notification, all of that YouTube things that you know you have to do. And hopefully I'll see you next week with a new video. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.